Hi beautiful people, how you all doing? In today's tutorial we'll be learning how to cut a corset blouse with this pattern paper. Anything you need to know about corset making is in this video. The front parts, the back parts, the waist snatching, the upper back where you used to see opening, everything is in this video. So in case you're coming across this channel for the first time, please make sure you like, share and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you watch this video to the end so that you don't miss any parts. So I've taken all my basic body measurements, my neckline, my chest line, bust point, my under bust and my half length. Then I added 2 inches at the down part for sewing allowance. So now I'm taking all my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4.5. My nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2. So because the pattern paper is on fold, I'll be dividing it into 2. So that's the line there. The line I just drew is my nipple to nipple line. So I will come to my shoulder. My shoulder measurement is 8 inches. I've taken 3 inches away from my neckline. So I will divide the remaining 5 into 2. That will give me 2.5. So I connected it to my nipple to nipple line. So I will go ahead and measure my bust radius. My bust radius, which is from my bust point to my under bust, the distance is just 3.5 inches. So I'm going to take 3.5 inches all round. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's my bust radius. So I'm taking it all round. Remember I said your bust radius is the distance from your bust point to your under bust. So anytime you're cutting your corset, make sure you get your measurements right. If you're measuring your client, make sure that you get all your measurements right, from your shoulder to your half length or wherever your corset is going to stop. Make sure you get your measurements right. So this is it. I've taken it round, so I'll use my marker to make it bolder. So this is what it looked like. So this is now my bust radius. So I have to take it round. So I will go to my under bust and take my dart. I'm taking that of 3/4 inch, that's 0.75 on both sides. So this all depends on your measurement. From my bust point, I came down by 1 inch as usual. Then I will go up to where my bust radius stop. Then I will take the same 0.75 inch for my dart. Then I'll go ahead and connect all the darts. Can you see our corset is forming already? Now from my bust point, I will go up by 2 inches. You can go up by 1 inch if you want. It all depends on how much of your cleavage you want to reveal. So I went up by 2 inches. From there, I will go in by 0.75. That's the space between my two busts, the front part of your bust. So that's 0.75 unfold. If you open it to be 1.5, so I'll be using the 0.5 inch to join it. So at the end of the day, I will have 1 inch space. I will now connect it to my upper bust radius, and that will now give me a sweetheart neck effect. So from there, I will connect it down to my under bust. So that's it. So from the armhole side of my corset, that's the right part, I will measure out 1 inch from my bust point. From there, I will go up again by 2 inches. The same thing I did around here, around the center front part. I will go up by 2 inches. So make a line from there, then connect it to the armhole. This will now be the line for my new armhole. So I will now connect it to my under bust. Just the same thing I did around the center front. So I will now connect it again to my upper bust radius. See, that's the ending part of my upper bust radius. Just the same thing. So I'll go ahead and take my armhole measurement. I'm doing this because I'm using the yoke. So I'll go in by, I divided my armhole into 2. That gave me 4 inches. So I measured in 0.75 as usual, then I connected my armhole. So now this is my armhole part. This is my yoke part. So using the yoke, you just need to wear my hand. That's how you cut it out. You see, this part will now serve as the yoke. It's very simple. It's just a very simple something. So these are the parts I'm going to cut out. These are the dart parts I'm cutting out. So I will now extend my dart to my half length and to the ending part of my corset top. So that's 0.75 inch on both sides. So I'll extend it to the allowance. That's the sewing allowance. So I'll now take my shoulder slope. I'm taking 0.75 inch for my shoulder slope. So I'll connect it to my neck line. I think we are done here. We are done with the front part. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Just follow the way I'm cutting it. Just follow and know the part I'm cutting out. So I'm taking it gradually in a way that you will see it very well, so it doesn't confuse you. So this part is the center front. This is the center front. From the down part again, can you see what I'm doing? On that blouse right there. So I will now cut out the yoke. This yoke part I'm cutting out now. Please make sure you watch this video to the end. I assure you, you will never have issues with your corset. So I'm cutting out the neckline, 3 by 3 inches. You can use 3 by 3.5. So I'll now cut out the armhole curve. So this is what the yoke look like. Can you see that? So this is the side part of my corset. That's the side front. So this now is my cup. The center front and the side front of my corset. Can you see it? So I will label it 1 and 2, side front and center front. That's center front 2. Always label it. If you don't label it, you can mess it up. I'm talking from experience. If you don't label it, you will definitely mess it up. So that's how you join it. You see? Then when you turn it, just take a look at, I will show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. I have to join it with a loose stitch. You see? There's the yoke and that's the cup. See how beautiful it is. Without padding. So we'll now go ahead and cut the back part of our corset. So I'm taking my measurement for my back from my shoulder to my chest line is 8 inches, down to the end of my blouse, 17 inches plus 2 inches for sewing allowance, that is 19 inches. So I'll connect the chest line. There is no zip allowance here. We are not using zip allowance because we are creating a loop for the back part. We are not using zip here. So I'll take my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches, 16 inches divided by 2. I'll do same things to my chest line. I'll connect it. So I'll go ahead and measure my half length, which is 17 inches. So the next thing I will do is to take my nipple to nipple measurements, which is 8 inches divided by 2. That gives me 4 inches plus half inch sewing allowance. I will connect it. So I'll come down by 1 inch for my back neck depth, then take my 3 inches for my neck width. I'll connect the line. I'll take my neck curve. That's my shoulder slope, 0.75. So from my chest line, I will take 2 inches. This is for my waist snatch. I will take 2 inches. I'm cutting out these 2 inches. Then from the down part, I will do the same thing. Remember, this is on fold. When you open it, it will be like 4 inches. So this is where I will be attaching my loop. So I will go ahead and connect my armhole curve. So this is now the upper part of my back. I will cut it from the chest line. I will cut it from there. From where I took my 2 inches, that's my chest line. So I'll now go ahead and cut it out. Before detaching the chest line. So this is it. So this is the yoke. I'll cut out my armhole curve, followed by my neck depth, my neckline. So the next thing I will do is to create that opening you normally see at people's back, the upper part of their back, that opening. So that's what I'm going to create now. I'm taking 3.5 inches from the down part. You can take 4, you can take 5. It all depends on how much you want to expose your back. So I'm taking 3.5. Then I will now connect it to the neck part of my dress, as you can see. So that's how to create that opening. So I'll now cut it out. So this is what it looks like. Remember, I cut it on fold. Can you see it? This is the upper back. Can you see how big it is? So I will go ahead and cut out the down part, the place I'll be attaching the loop, which is also the middle back of my corset. Can you see that? It's very simple. So after that, I will cut out the darts. So this is what it looked like. Can you see that? Can you see it? So the two smaller one is the center back, while the bigger ones are the side. That's how it's going to be at my back. Can you see that? Isn't this lovely? Just that's where my hand is, that's where you're going to create your loop. Anytime you're making a corset dress and you want it snatched, don't bother adding any allowance. Don't add any allowance to the side. That's horizontal allowance. Don't bother adding unless you don't want it to be very snatched. You can add your vertical allowances, but when it has to do with horizontal allowance, don't just bother adding any. So always make sure you label your panels so that you won't be confused when you're sewing them, because if you don't sew right, it will not come out right. If you mix it up, that means you will not sew it right. So always number them. So this is it about the back part of our corset. So this is the front without the yoke. Can you see that? So please guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel and like this video, share this video so that others will see and learn from it. Just pin on this channel. No leave, no transfer. You will not regret being here. So guys, thank you so very much for watching. Make sure you put on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload any video at all. Thanks so very much for watching, and hold on for the sewing part of this tutorial. Bye for now.